Hi everybody, this is a white and red deck that wants to use Mondrak Glory Dominus to double the amount of tokens that we create with all of our token producers that you see here. This feels like one of the better decks in Standard right now, and we've got old Schlapp to thank for this one. There are some nice removal inclusions in this deck, including Banishing Slash, so this is kind of a catch-all spell. Gets rid of artifacts, enchantments, or tapped creatures. Then if we control an artifact and enchantment, we get a nice bonus samurai to go along with it. And as you can see from the rest of the deck, we do have plenty of enchantments and artifacts or artifact creators that can help give us this bonus pretty frequently. Another interesting inclusion is Ossification from Phyrexia All Will Be One. It enchants a basic land, we've got plenty of those, and it gets rid of creatures or planeswalkers the opponent controls. A really good rate on this card at 2 mana that helps us to keep up with the fast nature of Standard right now. In a few months, we'll be approaching the time when we have the most cards available to us in the Standard format leading up to rotation, and so I kind of feel like things are going to be getting faster and faster the closer we get to August and September. So cards like this are going to be important to have in the future. Well, let's take a look at the rest of the deck and see what else we've got going on here. There's 3 copies of Hexgold Halberd. Mostly it's a 2/2 that comes with a creature, and then should that creature die, we of course get to keep the equipment around afterwards. It gets First Strike and Trample, but it also comes with a free extra 2/2 token if Mondrak is out on the battlefield. Riveteers Requisitioner is a nice blocker, it's a nice attacker, we get a treasure out of it when it dies, and we can blitz it for another card and for some surprise 3 damage later in the game if we want to. So I've always kind of liked this card, it's kind of nice. Looking over at the 3s and 4s, we've got Wedding Announcement and Fable, both play very nicely with Mondrak in this deck, along with the Wandering Emperor, who's some great removal and creates tokens, which of course we want to do with Mondrak. Now, Skitterbeam Battalion, we may not often get to the point where we can cast this for 9. However, the 5 mana version is still really good with Mondrak, as that results in a grand total of 5 copies that Skitterbeam Battalion creates, meaning that's a quick, hasty trampoline, 10 damage when your opponent may not have been ready for it. So in all, there's a lot of synergy, there's a lot of really good interactions between all the cards in here, and it feels low enough to the ground that we can handle a lot of what Standard's throwing at us lately. So thanks again to Schlapp for the list. I really enjoyed playing it. I hope you enjoy it too. I'm going to stick with you for some commentary, but as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. All right, starting off strong with a 3-lander. Probably go right into this Requisitioner. Starting off with Jetmir's Garden to get all of our colors online. Have to wait and see just what type of white deck we are up against, but let's go ahead and get down this Requisitioner. If they are on the control axis, we can make them spend some resources on this card. Hits a little above its weight class. Kind of demands an answer a little sooner. Alright, so they're just going to Spirited Companion. That is fine. Let's get land number 3. Definitely playing Fable on 3. No attacks just yet. Opponent definitely appears to be on mono white. Ambitious Farmhand, okay. I've seen a couple of versions of decks like these that use these cards that kind of lean a little bit more mid-rangey. Maybe get some recursion going, doubling up some triggers with these, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I think I'm good with all these cards. Let's keep them all. Get up to 4 mana. Think we can afford to get in... yeah, let's get in with everybody. I don't want to be brick-walled by Spirited Companion for too much longer. Alright, that pushes us up to 5 mana. That means we can Skitterbeam next turn. We can flash in the Wanderer also at the end of our opponent's turn here. Opponent with a Wanderer of their own.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Decides to exile our Goblin.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Interesting. I am not sure what that says about what our opponent's got left in that 6-card hand over there, but let's play our Wanderer. Make a creature so we can start, or at least continue, pressure on their Planeswalker. We flip over our copy of Fable, and I think we can get away with... Well, let's put a counter on... yeah, Requisitioner is kind of the most fragile. It's sort of the best value if they block it, and then we can Skitterbeam at 5. Oh boy. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Definitely want to send some Tramplers over at the Wanderer, and I guess the rest of them at the face. So that way they can't profitably block here and keep the Wanderer alive. Yep, I think we structured this correctly. So even if they block each one damage will still get through from the trample. So they're just going to let the Wanderer go. But they will take out Skitterbeam. I think some people think that Skitterbeam's trigger happens if you were to copy it with something like Fable. And I do not believe it does. I believe it is only on casting it from your hand. Or entering from your hand. It's not a cast trigger. Subtle differences. Opponent with a Bank Buster. Let's see if they draw. They do, which means they are on the hook for at least 8 damage. Let's see. I think we are clear to get in here. Regular Skitterbeam, so that is 6 damage. Plus the 8 we've got on board, plus 1 more token. Should be enough. And our opponent sees the math as well. Good game. Well, it's not fast, but it's at least good. We're going to have Wedding Announcement into something like either Mondrak or the Wanderer. Tempted to delay Mondrak and keep 1 mana up and make it indestructible. Ooh. Well, we may not have to wait. If this is mono blue, their only kind of response to it is, I think it's Fading Hope, and Indestructibility will not help us there, so we may just play this right on time at turn 4. Consider a huge red flag that this is mono blue. Also the Serum Visions sleeves, kind of a dead giveaway. Land number 3 into Wedding Announcement. We will get in for 3. Love the early game pressure that Requisitioner provides. And the late game hasty surprise nature of it too. Also very good. There's that Fading Hope we were just talking about. Get those out of your hand. We can play our big Mondrak this turn. And try to get some extra tokens from our Wedding Announcement. Double Mondrak. Well, then I think that is definitely a sign to go for it. Let's see what they do here. Having Mondrak pre-combat doesn't help us. Just need it down before the end of the turn. Opponent taking their time. Probably loaded down with instants. We get him to 14. Mondrak. No response there, so we get a quick 2 tokens out of a Wedding Announcement instead of just 1. There's Tolarian Terror. Well, to get past that, one option would be to attack with Mondrak. If we can bait out the block, we can flash in the Wanderer and put a counter on it. Debating whether or not to play this or cycle it. Let's hold it for now. We may need cards here. And yeah, let's go a little bit wider here before we try to get in. We could have tried to get in with Mondrak, but they have so many, Fading Hope type of tricks. Terror number 2. All right, they do get in. Well, we could try to just combat damage this one away. block with some extra stuff so that even if they Fading Hope... Yeah, let's get one more in there. They have enough mana for 2 Fading Hopes. So even if they remove some of our stuff, the Terror will still die, and they decide to just slip it out the back instead of trading it. Okay, that is acceptable. Let's see. Do we have enough for the crackback here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 4 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. If they block the biggest one, that's 13. If we make a token with this Wanderer, we can get it back up to 15 if they block our biggest thing and have no interaction. Oh, and I forgot we get 2 tokens out of it. Oh, wow. Let me do some quick attacker's math here. Okay, opponent does it for us. Love it when that happens. Good game. All right. Well, plenty of lands. This is more of a control-y hand than I'm used to with this deck, but let's give it a try. The more standard I play, the more I enjoy having forms of interaction with artifacts and enchantments at my disposal. So let's get Fable going. That will enable Banishing Slash. Give us a samurai each time we use it. Opponent seems to be going wide with creature tokens. Not yet necessarily soldiers. Nope, just comes into play things. This could be related to the new Elesh Norn, which doubles up those triggers. Yeah, I still kind of like all these things. Not many other decks where I don't really discard very often with Fable. We'll just hang back for now. We've got a wedding announcement in hand, and if we wait a turn, we can do both a wedding announcement and a Banishing Slash if they try to attack with this angel, say. Ouch. Destroy evil, and we can't protect it. Well, there goes my massive tokens plan. As our Fable flips over here. Well, if we need an artifact for this to work. We still have an enchantment. So let's get in and create an artifact. We'll see if they want to trade 2 of their things away or if they're waiting for something to pump up their team here. Nope. Not taking that one. Let's get down wedding announcement then. And we will Banishing Slash the flyer. Keep this to a ground game for the moment. We flash in our reinforcements. That'll trigger the veteran for a couple of life. But we do net our Vigilant Samurai out of the deal. And a human from the wedding announcement. Oh, this got red in it too. Oh, well, this just took a turn south. Opponent playing rabble-rousing, so they're going to hide something away under that deck. And I think if they attack with everybody here, I think they need 10 creatures in play when that ability resolves to get that thing out from under it for free. So they swing in, get 5 citizens. Destroy Evil was hiding under there, and they will get 5 life gain triggers from the veteran. Nice. Well, we must block. Let's block here and here. Can't really afford not to. Things are going to get dangerous. We can Banishing Slash the rabble-rousing, but there's still a lot of tokens over there. So we create one more human. We got one more turn before our stuff starts getting bigger. If our opponent has any kind of Anthem rally effect, then all these 1/1s from them are going to start getting super dangerous. Now let's block where we can. Luckily, our folks are still bigger here. I think we can trade one of these away. Lauren's Escape. All right. For the Scry, perhaps. Citizen is protected. Want to block with everybody there because you get in these scenarios against token-heavy decks like this where they kind of create so many tokens, they're just going to throw whatever they've got at you, even if they lose a few tokens every time. Okay. Our stuff is big. We generate one more token. So we've got 4 to their... what, 7 now? All right, opponent's going to get in. We are down to 9. They must not have anything helpful in that hand, otherwise they probably would have sacrificed some of those tokens with a big attack. Well, the only instant reaction we've got now is we're sitting on an Eiganjo. Opponent picks up another card with the Companion. Restoration comes down. Going to find you a Plains. Coming in with the Spirit one more time. Well, let's go ahead and use what we got. 4 damage on that Spirit. And then will Lorenz escape it? Alright, so it survives. They get to scry. And we pick up another Banishing Slash. Well, I think we can safely get rid of Eiganjo. Don't want a lot of recursion happening from them. Let's get in with our Vigilant Samurai. I think we can make some good trades with that. Nope, they just take it. They're high enough. They're not worried. And I'll save this Banishing Slash just a little bit more. Still getting in with that 1/1 Spirit. So we are down to 7. Ooh, there's a Skitterbeam. What kind of mana we got? We've got 8. If we attack with our Goblin, we get to 9 guaranteed. So let's do that. Let's hang back with our other creatures for blockers. We're a little low, and we're getting to the point where they can surprise us with a Anthem type effect and get us out of the game. Tell you what, let's do this now. This guarantees we have enough blockers for all those things. And there's no way they're playing board wipes in a deck with that many creature producers. Fateful Absence, sure, but the trigger's going to happen and we're going to get 2 copies of that anyway. Let's see what you got. Ooh, a Mondrak. That would have been great earlier. Let's see. They can make it indestructible. So Banishing Slash, not going to be effective on that. Let's go to attacks. Let's attack with our big tramplers and see if we can clear off any of the chaff that they've got built up over there. No, still just going to take the 10. All right. Well, let's draw with this clue then. Probably should have done that before combat, but you know. Excellent. The Wanderer. That can get rid of Mondrak. Let's see if they attack with it. Oh no, White Sun's Twilight. So they don't wipe the board, they just make a ton of tokens. And they swing with everybody. Alright, well, Wanderer, we can exile Mondrak now. There's no stopping that with indestructibility. Let's get priority there, thank you. And so if they're coming across with... Let me just count this up real quick. 10 damage. We've got enough blockers to stay alive. Those mites can't block. Oh, I think we got there. I think we got there. Because opponent decided to just do X is 4. So nothing got destroyed. Oh, wow. So they're up to 23. Can we do it? Let's see. Counter on there. So let's add this up real quick. I think... Well, we gotta take a look here. Gotta draw first. All right, let's swing in. And just by 2 damage, we got there because the mites can't block. Good game. All right, this looks great. We got 3 mana. all of our colors that we could ever ask for. Some removal for the early couple of turns into Wedding Announcement, into Skitterbeam Battalion. Can't believe we got up to 9 mana in that last game. Phoenix Chick coming down here, going to get a counter from the Kumano. Land number 3 into Wedding Announcement. Sounds great. Hopefully going to be able to clutter up the ground just enough to slow our opponent's assault here. Oh, nice. Kodama. That's going to guarantee you a land as this Phoenix Chick gets in with a counter on it. Well, we can ossify. Doesn't have to be tapped. Let's ossify. Put that on a plains. Let's get rid of this Kodama. We don't want them doing multiple things when we're not really prepared to handle it. Banishing Slash, unfortunately no creature token. And we know we're not blocking with that, so let's just get in. Oh, Thundering Raiju. Well, maybe we should have hung back a little bit. It wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Well, that is a quick 7 plus the damage from the Raiju. And we are at 5 mana, so we're going to have to get some toughness on the board here with this Skitterbeam. I don't think we can safely attack at all, but luckily Wedding Announcement flips over. It gives us a little more beef to our board, as the kids like to say. Oh no, Thundering Raiju number 2. That is extra counters. We will take 2 from those triggers and go to 2. We absolutely have to stop this damage from happening. Let's block. Well, let's see. Yes, that should be enough. Okay, we're at 2. We picked up a Mondrak. Let's see. Let's get this tap land down. Do we get in? We might be able to. We've got Mondrak to block here. And we do have a mana left over. Well, we can't activate it. We'd need 3 mana at this life total in order to pay for it. And our opponent with Halana and Elena. That is going to enable some hasty shenanigans on their side for sure. Let's see what we can draw with this garden. All right, Wander is okay. Could do some combat tricks with that this turn if we play out our mountain. We know they've got hasty creatures too to come back at us. But the longer we let this game go on, kind of the more we risk them drawing into something hasty that's going to get us. So, yeah, let's get in with this. There's no way they're going to block that. Let's keep this open. So if we Wandering Emperor, we can create double tokens and still retain some flexibility if they try to get in with 2 creatures on the attack. We're down to 1 from Kumano. Another Kumano. Okay, we can Wandering Emperor on the Skitterbeam. And opponent is out of red mana. We gain 2. That takes us down to 2. And we've got a blocker. Oh, no. The audacity. Oh, wow. Close game. That was really good. All right, back for another one. Looking for some redemption. Oh my. Crawling Chorus from the opponent. So looking at some white toxicity over here. We've got basics for this Ossification, so let's see if we can't get rid of the best thing our opponent's got. What in the world is that? Let's see. Equip. Makes might. Okay. Let's put that on a mountain. And slow the progress of Phyrexian infection. Opponent with another chorus, but no other lands. The blue suggests they might be running some spells for proliferate. Not sure what else could be going on, but I know we've got Wedding Announcement on 3, and that's going to help us to start putting up a little defense until we can get Mondrak down. Opponent finds the third land and decides to equip up the chorus. They get a free might out of the deal for attacking. Let's see, Toxic 1, when it dies, I think it makes a might. Yes. So might inbound. Let's just keep making tokens for the moment. A little wary about a Fateful Absence there for this Mondrak, but oh. Alright, just getting in for some more toxic damage. Ooh, and another announcement. Okay. So, if we play Mondrak now, our announcement will give us the creature that we need to make Mondrak indestructible, and we get 2 creatures out of the deal. Hopefully we are not punished for waiting on that one. Tokasi is welcome for the opponent. That's going to draw you some nice cards. Okay. Alright, I think we've kind of stabilized here. We're at 6 mana and can do a couple of things, but I want to get in first and see if they try to take out Mondrak, make us sacrifice a little bit. No matter what, we're keeping it around. So let's get, I think, Wedding Announcement number 2. And let's just end it there. We'll keep mana up to make Mondrak indestructible. Oh, wow. Tokasi is welcome number 2. Crawling Chorus, that's going to net 2 cards. Opponent looking for options. Let's see what they pick up. Oh, that's the Soldier Land. And they've got the Toxic Double Striker in their hand as well. Okay. This takes us to 6. Is it time to just start swinging in? I think it might be. Only 2 of those creatures can block. Looks like they're going to chump Mondrak with the chorus. They'll get a might back out of that deal. Chumping one of our humans. We get in for a nice chunk of damage. Taking them to 7. Leaving them with only 1 creature that can block. Ooh, unfortunately those mites are going to trigger Tokasi's Welcome and get 2 more cards. Not a bad deal. Let's do Fable and get a couple of goblins. And then we attacked, so just drawing a card, although that is a good one to draw, with a Mondrak on the board. Steel Seraph. Alright, we're sitting on 2 blockers here. They've got 3 mites. Don't know if we can get poisoned out this turn, so I think we might be safe. If they try to get in here, we can hit them on the backswing with this Skitterbeam Battalion. Let's see, they get Flying, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Opponent probably thinking about which one to do. Oh, Seraph number 2. Okay. Who's coming over? Opponent going to target 2 mites here. With lifelink. So just trying to stay in this here, and they'll attack with the 3rd anyway. Let's see. If we take this, that's only 9 damage and not enough poison counters. And Mondrak is going to make some large numbers of Skitterbeam Battalion tokens. We can discard 1 land safely. Banishing Slash. Well, I know we can't pay for the big version of Skitterbeam. Let's see. Alright, I don't think it makes sense to slash anything. The baby Skitterbeams are still going to be 3/3s. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to get 4 copies, and they all trample, so I don't think there's a way they can successfully block this, even with the Steel Seraphs. And as they like to say, math is for blockers. All right, we got there. Good game.